Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day to read price action. We got news at 10. Here's a weekly. We're inside last week's range. I don't really have much of a bias. I'm neutral / slightly bullish. Got to be bullish in this type of environment, right? It's in like 1, 2, 3 out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Only like 4 of them have been up close. Only 2 of them have been down close, 4 of them up close. It's been, and on the daily, it's clearly much more bullish candles, right? The fact is, yesterday we couldn't take out Friday's low. We had a strong close, and here we are again. I mean, we're near this wick. We're in this wick right now. We can get 50% of the wick, TBH. For Nazi. And what about ES? This. Also, I'll check out like yesterday's high, previous day high, of course. We fail above that, come back into it. We can go lower. What is your bias in the chat? 67% bullish. Yeah, sounds about right. 16% bearish and 16% neutral. Cast your vote in the chat now. We only have 584 votes in there, so. Probably gonna be hard to find a trade that I really like this morning. Maybe if 10 o'clock news will tell us more, but I don't have like high hopes. I got new glasses yesterday. Look. Thoughts? Cat eye. They're like cat eye glasses. I'm not wearing them while I'm looking at screens. Okay, chat. Let's put in your votes for your bullish, bearish, neutral, but it's overwhelmingly bullish today. It's really not really any FEGs I totally love here. Nothing on the 4 hour with this huge BPR, and then you have on the hour, you have one on the hourly like here. Mark that one out, but all right, the poll is close. You guys voted 67% bullish, 66% bullish, 18% bearish, 15% neutral. All right, let's see how the open goes. Open in about 30 seconds. Strong open. Going towards that previous day high. NASDAQ just popped like 40 points or so, 35 points in 10 seconds. Maybe we have a failure there. We just took out exactly the entire move up from the open. NQ hit previous day high, ES did not, so you have an SMT there. Divergence. So if we close below this low. No closure yet for me to want to short this. Let's see. Mark at this potential new swing low. Pretty much at the 9:30 open again here. ES slightly stronger. It's above 9:30 and 8:30 open. Didn't really come back down to these swing lows. NASDAQ closed below the rate of change in state delivery on the 1 minute. ES hanging out up here. Funny is YM is like making new highs in the session. So I mean, this is a 1 hour bullish fair value gap we never repriced to. I think that we could come back down into here, but I don't know if I'll find a trade to it because of the way we're kind of just dropping with them wicks. There's not even a FEG on like a 30-second down here. There was one up here, I suppose, but at that point we didn't close below this. Funny how ES is range. We're having YM making new highs of the session, NQ making new lows of the session, ES ranging. It's not really my favorite type of vibe, especially between these two. So maybe something will happen at 10 a.m. news. That would be better. Actually, this SMT, like ES, should be the weaker one, but it seems like it's just catching up. So it doesn't look particularly bearish to me in that sense. See how we react to NQ and these lows. If we get there again, maybe I'd find a scalp to here. But yeah, kind of chilling right now. You have an FEG here. Like, this is your first presented fair value gap of the day. Yeah, maybe we end up retracing to here. With change in state of delivery, SMT. Their ES is currently, I think. See how ES reacts here. I mean, it is the stronger sister. Nasdaq making new low session. Let's see how this closes. ES coming lower finally. It's probably not going to make another an FEG here. Just wick this again. We'll see. We'll see. See if this holds in the next 30 seconds, or is this not going to be an FEG? I'm going to try small size to short that. Really small size, just one. On the NASDAQ, and I put my stop at like 9:30 open. I'm in it. I go for here. 482. My stop is here because honestly, this could potentially come back again into here. Could even come back into the first presented FEG. All right, I'm easy stop out, whatever. That's why I took smaller sizing there. No big deal. I'm down 400 bucks. All right, that's nothing. All right, let's see here at this first area, first presented fair value gap. Are we going to reject here or not? Are we going to continue making new highs? Is ES going to, because ES has been stronger, it just blew through this. Looks like it's going through that for that previous day high. I'm happy that was a super quick stop out there. No, this is rough. There's not even an SMT at the lows. See what this 15-minute candle does. We have this huge candle to that upside. We'll see if this gets respected. This bullish fair value gap it created. If it doesn't, then we're probably in for a choppy morning. Let's see here. Yes, is a lot stronger. YM, how much are we up in YM? Yeah, nothing, like 0.6%. So today we're pretty flat today on all of the 0.06. Up 0.15% in NASDAQ. Pretty much nothing. We didn't really have a gap up or down. See how we are right now on the RTH. First 15-minute candle on NASDAQ wicked both sides. Beautiful. We love to see the wicks be wicking. That was sarcasm. I really just don't trust going long here. This isn't like a low I trust to stay intact, really. We did have like we stayed in like the upper half of the bullish fair value gap that was at move up. We stayed pretty much in the top 10% of it, moving up higher. Inverted that first presented fair value gap, held within it. Let's see here. We just hit new high of day for the NASDAQ. Time news. Wonder what we'll do with 10 a.m. news. Honestly, if the 10 a.m. news doesn't take us higher, then we're gonna have more just back and forth, no trend day action. Yes, near highs of the day. We made a new high of day earlier at 9:42. It's near it's again. It's going. It's near previous day high, but it's just not my favorite kind of setup to go long in. We still haven't been. Yeah, we still have that divergence at previous day high. Didn't even take out this low on NASDAQ, which is why I decided to take that short here. But whatever. Literally, I was in that short for like freaking 30 seconds and took a smaller size. All it's just showing me is that we were having like a high resistance environment, so because we're going. This is our first 20 minutes of the day, you know. Two minutes, not much cleaner. Yep. We shall see here. I'm not really. Maybe I'll wait for 10 a.m. news. Mm-hmm. We got NFP on Friday. I mean, let's see what this 10 a.m. news does. I can't be risking too much with NFP on Friday. Yesterday I went like full size, but ended up getting stop break even. It was like 3 points away from 3 to 5 points away from my target on ES though, 3 points. And I keep thinking about how that went. It was crazy. I was up, I don't know. Those things happen so fast, but I was up like 3K and it came back on me. And, you know, just up break even, up $60 yesterday. It's totally fine. All refining. Next time we'll take a partial though, because it did go to 2R for like at the low though. So it's just super tough, especially if you're live streaming it. No, yes, it's kind of weaker. I don't really like it when we keep switching which one's stronger and weaker. Don't love that. Yeah, still hasn't hit previous day high. Really is tough. ES is up 0.01% on the day. Q's up 0.3. What's the heat map looking like? Makes sense why ES is Google's down 1.3 and Nvidia's up 1.8. Yeah, pretty mixed market today. Pretty mixed. Q near its highs in the session. ES in the middle of the range. That's why I'm going lower now. Yeah. Meanwhile, it was like literally the exact opposite. When NQ was at its lows, YM was making new highs of the session. So we're not really having like any sustained trends. Even like within the session. Or sustained sentiment, you know? These are equal lows. I would imagine this is where longs have their stops for ES. Let's see what happens here at 10 a.m. news. I mean, kind of a nothing burger right now. Nasdaq's near its high of the session. Meanwhile, ES in the middle of the range, and YM is like heading down back towards 9:30 open or 9:30 low. And YM also took out yesterday's high. We have 10 a.m. news in 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. I mean, I have low expectations on it even doing much. Let's see. What is it? Forgot. Is it ISM manufacturing? Or was that yesterday? No, it's Jolts today. That's typically pretty large move. So let's see. I don't see any good like entry for me or any kind of good model forming here. You know, literally, if you look at, they typically are, you know, NASDAQ and YM typically are like inversely correlated, but I mean, the fact is like that we started off strong on YM and weak on NASDAQ, and now it's kind of flip-flopped. I don't really like that. But and then ES is in the middle. So the definition of my low probability environment. And then, you know, you have equal lows here on ES, but you also have, these are pretty much equal highs as well. You have previous day high above them. But it'll be interesting to see if ES does end up breaking down, then because of the divergences of YM and Q. YM's sticking out, it's like pre-market low now. First pre-market low. Literally, if I shorted YM or I shorted NQ, would have worked. It's crazy. Here's a 10 a.m. news. Moving up a bit, but so on the news, NQ made a new high of the day, and ES still ranging. Like, not really giving you much to work with. YM reached up a bit, now is again near its lows. Maybe I'd end up, I'm gonna definitely be like starting to watch YM also more often. Just because, like, what if sometimes it can be cleaner. I wonder if the short will end up working out on YM. ES literally barcoding. NASDAQ making, you know, grinding up higher. Makes sense for YM to be weaker as I'm looking at the finance sector being down, but and you have to remember that the Dow is just 30 stocks, right? Nasdaq is 100, S&P 500 is 500. What's a range for ES today? It's 13 points. Nasdaq 120. The daily, we moved 230. Average ATR is 380. See ATR for ES. 81. We moved how much today? 44. Put up stat map. Oh yeah, on ES, like the 10 a.m. open, yeah, is really close to 9:30 and the 8:30 open as well. The 4-hour manipulation level for ES is near its previous day high. Interesting. Just got some movement here. Inverted that 1 minute on NASDAQ. He took out the equal lows on ES. Quite a drop there. Pretty decent. What time is it? 10:08. Okay. I'm not taking this because of that wick, but I'm just watching. I'm going to watch to see if it fails here and takes out the wick again to the downside for ES. Rather take ES shorts. This is 50%. SMTs. Don't really love it because, it's like this one got invalidated. Just going back and forth, which is why I'm, this is pure seek and destroy if this comes up and takes this high out again. Retrace to 50% of that range now for ES. Nvidia surging. It's like up 2.4%. I'm kind of like also looking at YM. It's definitely the weaker one. We're not particularly weak up in here. It's this giant fair value gap we created. We're in the upper half of it now, so it's a kind of tricky 15-minute situation here. So I'm glad I didn't take this short. Yes, it's straight up barcoding. I don't know. I'll wait and see. Gotta wait and see. Maybe 10, I don't know. I feel like it's just not the best structure, you guys. See NASDAQ since it did leave a fair value gap here. I'd rather look at that too. NASDAQ makes a new high day. It would just be funny. We took out the 10 a.m. move to the upside. It's really not much of a trend. We're going back and forth, you guys. And it's like such a small range too, which is what makes it hard. 15-point range on ES. Does that move down like a headline? That was like at 10:07. No. Is Bostich speaking right now? Ugh. He was saying something. He said Fed Bostich says he's very cautious about jumping to cutting rates 12 minutes ago. But on Forex Factory, it doesn't say that he's speaking now. It says Goolsby at 12:45 speaking. FOMC member Goolsby speaks at 12:45 p.m. FOMC member Cook speaks at 1 p.m. FOMC member Logan speaks at 3:30 p.m. Ew. Can y'all stop talking? When's the Fed blackout period? That's my favorite time. It's when they can't talk. Gotta look up the Fed blackout dates. Let's see. So you can do this, right? All I did was I searched FOMC blackout period calendar. I tell you for the whole year, is blackout dates when they can't talk to the public. So what is it right now? Is it June? Oh, this is 2024, 2025. Let's see here. Yeah, they're yapping this week. You see, they can't talk starting Saturday until the 19th. All right, great. So I'm not gonna. Next week, might be. Next week, I could go back to my regular sizing. This week, I'm not. Totally not. NFP's on Friday. They're yapping. FOMC members are yapping every day. Bostic, you're supposed to speak tomorrow. So it says tomorrow he's speaking at 8:30. Yeah, this is clearly, you're not getting FEGs respected. That's why I was like cautious about this one. This one didn't get respected. Like, why would it start now? So after I took equal lows, we're just getting like 1-2 minute candles that take the entire range of the day for ES. Not much to work with there. I mean, NASDAQ, I don't really trust this low. We didn't really manipulate. This is the only type of thing that's showing up there for the... And then as soon as this takes the high, or this takes the high, then it's not really as valid. So let's see. YM's about to take like that 1 minute swing high that made the swing low as well. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the Bagel Buddies, Tamulo Kenneth. Did you guys take a trade yet today? I just took a tiny trade. I'm down $400. Typically my sizing is like 1,500 nowadays, so. I was hopeful after 10 a.m., but I mean, as soon as it just broke through this. Vote in the chat. Did you take a trade today, yes or no? 50-50 pretty much so far. 400. Rojan Nicknam says $400 small size money bags over here. Haha. Yeah, my personal account, that's small. Thankfully, like then that's after like years of building that up, being able to now feel comfortable with larger sizing. Like on my options account, I'll size like 3K on them, but I'll like account for like $2,000 loss or so, 2 to 3. And this earring is like, I always like love playing with my earrings, and this one is like crooked, so it's hard to put it back, and then ends up falling out. But anyway, Yeah. I mean, I was on my stream this last week or something. I lost like $1,100 in like 2 minutes. I didn't feel anything. I was like, whatever. Let's see what gold is doing. This is the type of vibes where we got to start adding some assets to our arsenal. Gold and crude oil. Tomorrow is crude oil is like high impact news, right? Is it like every Wednesday that they have crude oil inventory or not? Is that every Wednesday? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Let's see. Gold. Gold took previous day high. What's the weekly look like? Here it's like all-time highs. The previous week high there. And also took previous day high. Here. That's a much better market maker sell model. Gold actually respects swing highs and such. Wow. Way easier. Look, even on the 1 minute. Damn. Gotta start trading gold. Yeah, it's just like went to new high of day. It's not even moving much though. It took previous day high now. Not much of a reaction there. Probably NQ's. Let's see, going higher. No, it's just chilling. See, what did you guys vote? Did you take a trade yet? 57% yes, 43% no. Chat, most of you guys are bullish, so did you take the first presented fair value gap? Retap after inverted? Or what? This is completely disrespected this. It's not totally not looking for more. And now ES took new high of day and took previous day high. I wouldn't even be surprised if NQ now starts being like a little weaker. And then you have SMTs at both sides. That's literally low definition of low probability. Know what I'm saying? On NQ, I think those are equal lows, right? What is this? From 10 a.m. and 9:45? Yeah, they made an equal low here. Someone said ES shorts would be great here. I mean, you're not seeing any kind of just seeing slow grind up and then erratic move down that's taken back all the way back up by a slow grind up. It's a very tough environment. I mean, look at the ES range. If we saw something that looked good, I would take it, but I don't see anything good for me. Just looking at the 15-minute NQ, and I'm like, oh. I don't know. That wicked both sides, let me just grind it up higher. I don't trust these lows for longs. You get like a 1 minute candle, takes out half the range, or 2 minute candle. Or for ES, it was like the entire range. What are you guys thinking? RTY has been all right. You know what? I'll start looking at RTY too. I used to trade the IWM. I was a stock trader. Oh, it's making new highs in the session. Let's see what this dealing looks like. Very similar. It just looks so similar to NQ right now. Or ES, actually. But imagine if I did a giveaway every time that like it was boring price action. I'd be doing giveaways every single day. Let's see here. ES just made new high in the session. Bobby is a Fed, somebody said. Who's Bobby? Abigail Katumba says, Abigail says, I took a long on NQ. Should I close the position? Y'all are scaring me in the chat. Abigail, that's a good sign where you should probably hold the position. Prince said, what if it never stops going up? Price doesn't just go straight up, so. Oliver said, Tanya, are you not trading gold? I'm not trading gold right now. I'm kind of in the middle of journaling and back testing it. I don't think it's wise. It's not wise to just go straight ahead into an asset and trade it. Got to get a feel for how it moves first. Okay, let me see. Any questions in the chat? Rafiq says, Tanya, has these conditions been the hardest you've ever traded in? It's up there. Definitely up there. It's like 8 out of 10 on difficult, I would say. Modern Tech Life says, Tanya, a hypothetical question. What would you do if trading for whatever reason became impossible? I don't know. It's just too hypothetical for me. Stop. There's always going to be some kind of edge, you know. I don't think that trading will become impossible. I think you just have to be patient until the good setups happen. I mean, yeah. And then those are the days that you could press on the gas pedal. Like when I made my biggest trade was during that, I had that downside target on the monthly on NASDAQ. So I was holding my options positions overnight. I made like 33K in a day. It makes sense if we had this huge move, fast move down lower here, huge move down lower, then huge move up higher. It makes sense that we consolidate a bit. Especially since things can change on a dime. No one really knows for sure what's happening with the tariffs or rates. That 15-minute candle just closed quite strongly on ES. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see, any more questions in the chat? Tanya, how did you overcome overtrading and sticking to your rules? And how long did it take to do trading full-time or becoming profitable? Well, the only way to overcome overtrading really and sticking to your rules is feeling the pain so many times that you don't want to do it anymore. You have to have a talk with yourself. You have to say to yourself, like, I can't do this to myself anymore, and actually see that it's not working out for you, right? You have to bring in, so to combat the emotional side, you have to bring in logic, right? Because logic's opposite of emotion. And you need to engage that part of your brain and logically see, hey, when I'm getting emotional, I'm overtrading, I'm losing money. I have to stop myself before that. So you have to put in these things where before you get too emotional, you're able to walk away or you're able to reset yourself. So for that, you have to be really aware. So I really do recommend charting your own emotions, right? You have to map out your emotions from 1 to 10 so that you know, okay, level 2 anger, I'm puffing under my breath. Level 5 anger is where I start taking trades that aren't part of my strategy. Therefore, before you get to level 5, if you start huffing your breath or if you start doing other things like gripping your mouth, so gripping your mouse, so then you're able to stop yourself, if you're starting to huff under your breath or like gripping your mouse a little bit too tight or swearing or something, then you're able to stop yourself, take a deep breath, reset, or look at some logic statements you wrote down like, there's always another trade, or I'll find something else, or tomorrow's another day, or, some markets, the market is consolidating right now and I thrive in trending conditions, right? So that pulls you out of that hole. You got to make sure you're not in like mental drawdown too. Burn O says, Tanya, I have a question. So I was killing it prior to April, May. Should I evaluate my setup or is it just market conditions? I think that you should. I think it's just market conditions, honestly. As long as you're not blowing up, and you can just wait for the next market conditions, or you could maybe make a different kind of strategy for when we're consolidating, and bring that different playbook into play. But at the beginning, you should only have like 1 or 2 models that you're following. See here. I think you just sort of grinding back lower, never made that new high of day. So it is really difficult. You have this SMT, remember, here and there. The high and the lows, literally. Maybe I could find a scalp to here, but that wouldn't really go much more. I don't know. But I don't even see a FEG to the downside here. So it's not, there's no setup for me even here. See a 3-minute here. That's basically it. Even so, that's kind of like a lower probability. I don't know. Let's see. It is wild how over here I did mark out earlier today about how, there's definitely sell stops here. We just freaking dropped there in 2 minutes, and then I feel bad for those people who are long here got stopped out there and then trudged up higher. Mm-hmm. Let me look at gold again. Or crude oil. Similar to NQ in some aspects. It's hanging out below 9:30 midnight and 8:30 open. Once it does that, does gold like tend to trend? Yeah, I did here for the upside. Here is where it dropped and hit previous day low or something and just consolidated the rest of the day. It was similar type of setup actually there. Time is it? It's 10:41. I know I marked this out, but I'm not taking this just because it's how slow we're moving. Be cool if this works out, whatever. But I mean, let's see ES actually. Did ES start going to the downside too, or no? No, didn't break a low. See ES on the 3. No. No. There's no reason for me to try this out, really. See what happens at 10:50 macro. The 15 just looks so wonky. Oh yeah, back to gold. Or I want to see crude oil. And what does YM look like what do we all look like on the 15? RTY is making new highs a day. I think he really just loves to wick. Okay, especially recently. YM's near its high of day. It'll be cool if this works out. I'll just note it for next time, but I'm not going to take that. It's just this environment's very, very, very low probability for me that I don't even see a point. Okay, let's see here. The daily on crude oil. Who here trades crude oil? I have this buy side marked out from a long time ago. This weekly VIB, wow. He held that weekly VIB. Still going for this buy side. Weekly volume imbalance. Where are we at here? I'm pretty bullish on crude. You're going to trace to this and a discount. Okay. I got that. These lows, and then we sprung up higher. 1 hour fair value gap there. Just to open. See if that was a clean setup. The 5. Yeah. There was a BPR there on the 5. Bullish. Right there. Here. Took this out. Didn't close above this, so not the best, but let's see on the 1. Would have worked out. Cool. I still think there's more upside for crude. Let's see here. Any more questions here? Is ES making more new highs of the day? Let's see. Not yet. Very close to it, though. I think it'll be good to backtest crude oil and gold. So we have more assets to look at during the summer months. So I'm glad I filtered out this trade. There's literally no point in me doing that one. New high of day. After we had previous day high ES, we didn't break a low. I had this M5 fair value gap marked out to see if we would invert it. But we're kind of just, yeah, not the, I don't like any of the structure here to even go long. Like I said in the morning, we didn't have a manipulation to the downside. I guess this would have been a manipulation, but I was still looking for some more downside down to here. Especially at SMTs at the highs. We keep switching around which one's the stronger one. There's nothing yet. We have 1050 macro right now, but oftentimes if like price is pretty slow, it's not like the 1050 macro really does much else. Especially there's not really much of an upside. We can get to 680s, but we'll see. I would laugh. I really would laugh if we like take out sweep these equal lows and then go up there for NQ. These are where some people have their stops for sure. It's like ES had this. Let's see. What's YM up to? RTY is the strongest. What's RTY? Up 1%. YM's up 0.1%. ES is up 0.2%. Nasdaq's up 0.4%. Really like uneventful morning, you know? The kind of morning I don't really care. I barely took any trade because we barely moved. Let's see here. 1050. Yeah, that 3-minute invalidated there. See, maybe NQ ends up taking this high here with the large push. Probably not though. So we've just been wicking on the 15. Had this, wick the upside, then the down, then we started here, took that, and this made an equal low. There, then an inside candle, then we took out previous candle low. Oh, indices are in sync now. Just better. Still pretty slow. Like 1050 we had to move to the upside. 1051. It's not, this isn't really a swing low, I trust, but. Let's see. I'm pretty fine with just not taking, barely taking, not taking a trade today because it's just such a slow thing. It's, Jay Whitney says, thanks for helping me keeping me calm today, Tanya. Without having you in the background, I might have lost my patience. You're welcome. Yeah, where's Abigail? She said she was holding longs and chat was making her nervous. Did you end up holding your longs? Yeah, super boring. PA, it says sleep. Yep. People's Observer says waiting for FEG to short. That might not happen today. Tanya, are we still looking for setups? I'm eyeballing, but I'm not really loving it, really. Eyeballing like this. In the 5, we have left a 5-minute fair value gap, 2 5-minute ones. If we could reach up to here. See this 5 here. Could extend all the way up to here. We didn't come back into this one, so that's looking kind of strong. Let's see here, 1058. Right now, I think NQ is stronger. Yeah. The start of the next 15-minute candle. The E has just retraced to 50% of this entire range. This is a nice strong close on the 4-hour. I mean, I think that we're still bullish. I'm just not getting entries, you know, or any kinds of good setups. Like even on the long sides where there's no until here. So let's see here. This is the start of the 11 a.m. candle. It's like the false move lower also from yesterday. The -1 lines up with this. So 681. What do we have at the... Yeah, we have a bunch of Fed speakers in the afternoon. Okay. And then tomorrow, what do we have tomorrow? Tomorrow we have ISM ISM services PMI. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, if you're looking at this is the 11 a.m. candle open, we surge up higher from there. All the previous hourly candles, right? We have some sort of down wick. If we don't hit this level by like 11:10, we'd probably look for some retrace and then go up higher again. If we hit this, I'll just see the reactions. But it's more likely than not I'm still going to stay bullish. So now this is the entire range of this move up. Yeah, this is still 1 hour FEG and discount. This one's in premium. Just checking things out. Because in the morning we were like here or something. And I thought we might retrace here for long, so we didn't. I think that later on, we'll see. So this could retrace into here deeper. I'm not going to take a long here in like such a deep premium when ES hit its objective. But I'll see it in the afternoon if maybe something transpires from all these guys talking. Probably not. They're all yellow folder, but I don't know. Or maybe Trump will tweet something, bring some volatility back in the marketplace. This was a pretty ugly grind higher. Yeah, we had just YM just now took its new high of day too. So it's nice to see like they're holding above previous day high. Where was the equal? The equal lows are here below previous day high. Interesting. So at least if you're bearish, like there are no real shifts here later on for more bearishness. I'm glad I filtered out this one. And this one too. Bears are in pain today. Yeah, it's 11:10. We didn't hit this target. I think this is interesting because it's the -1 extension from today's like false move lower and also yesterday's. Like this entire drop here. Entire swing. You have some levels lining up there. And overall, on the 4 hour, yeah, this massive drop down, bearishness, like breakers not holding, we're continuing up. I don't see why we're not going to continue up higher. We had take this off the sell side. Yeah, we're just retracing into here. I think that this is eventually going to get taken, but like with all these ranges, it's probably going to be small ranges and going to be tough to get there. Okay, well, kind of a disappointing like price action kind of day. I thought it would be much faster after 10 a.m. We didn't really even have much to do. So, well, we'll find out tomorrow. Like, stay safe. Don't be a degenerate. And yeah, see you next time, you guys. But see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m., same type of thing. Hopefully get some faster price action. I just don't like how slow we move. But, I mean, I might have to just adapt, try some things here and there. tried longs after just the most minimal sell side. I mean, we didn't even take out pre-market lows, which is why I was like, fine, was trying a short, but whatever. Got stopped out real quick. Just took like a third of my usual sizing there. And for the long side, I just couldn't find really. I mean, unless you took this long into here, and I didn't feel like it, just because, I don't know, ES was still below previous day high. Didn't really trust much else. Thought that could have been a potential divergence that was developing, especially since, yeah, it was funny how later this flush down happened. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9:15. Keep your head up if you didn't take a trade, good job, because there's not really much to do. If you're up today, congrats, and if you're down, tomorrow's another day. Don't be a degenerate. I'll see you back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m., same back time, same back channel.